Good morning, everyone. This is the latest episode of Animal Wisdom for Evolving Humans. So yesterday, which was April 28th, I posted a pretty weepy sort of video. I was feeling the swing of the pendulum. And what I mean by that is that especially these days, it seems as though emotions go back and forth so fast. They, we can barely, I mean, it's like whiplash. We can barely keep up with it. And I was really feeling that. I was feeling so low yesterday. I was missing my family. I was missing out on going to Hawaii. I was just having, I don't want to call it a pity party because it's not. It's a real thing. And for those of you who may be experiencing this, I can't feel sad. I gotta go forward. I gotta do what I'm gonna do. I gotta be brave. You don't need to. You need to feel what you're feeling. And I think that is one of the things that the animals really, really show us. When they are upset, they show us they're upset. When they're angry, they show us they're angry. It's right there. It's right then. It's in the moment. So it is who they are, who they genuinely are. That doesn't mean that it has to be extreme, because just like humans, some animals have a background that causes them to have an extreme reaction. Even that can teach us something. That can teach us that, do we really need to react in that way? So what I'm thinking is, when someone gets really angry and they lash out, and I mean physically lash out, or a dog gets really upset and bites, there's something going on behind that, something that they need to work on. So, excuse me, the animals show us how, by working on our own stuff, our knee-jerk reactions, that we can actually improve our life. I see this in animals who can be aggressive, or they can be very fearful. When we understand where that comes from, and sometimes we don't have the details. Sometimes we just know that something happened in their life before they were with us that causes them to be that way. I'm speaking mostly of rescue animals. We have a couple of rescue animals, and in fact, most of our animals are rescues. They've all come from, some animal rescue, dumb friends, or the guy down the street who rescued a cat or whatever. So, but we don't know what went on in their life. We can only surmise. We have a couple animals right now who have really changed in the time that we've had them, because we have worked with them, because we have understood that they had this sadness in their life and they needed to release it. We have a cat who spent the first few months of her life living under a porch. Her people moved away. They just abandoned her. She was just a kitten. What can a kitten do? I mean, she had to fend for herself. So when she finally got rescued and chose us as her family, because that's exactly what she did, she let us know that she did not trust humans. She didn't hiss or anything like that, but she didn't want to be picked up. She didn't want to be held. She was just like, just feed me and leave me alone. That was, golly, how long has she been with us? 8 years, maybe 8 or 9 years. And while she is not the most affectionate cat in the world, because that's not who she is, she still comes and sleeps with us at night. We can pet her. She does this thing, it's really cute. She's a little tiny thing. And if you walk over to her and you offer to pet her, she'll go like this with her head. You may pet me here. So you have to pet her right on the top of the head. It is the cutest thing. But she never used to do that. I mean, she used to just run away from your hands. So she doesn't do that anymore. We also have a dog who had a very rough start the first 2.5 years of her life. We don't know the details, of course. She doesn't talk about it. She has told me a couple things that she says I cannot share. And but what she did tell me that I could share is that she spent the first 2.5 years of her life in a trailer with 15 other dogs. That's a lot of dogs in a trailer. I don't know what that looked like. But when she was finally rescued at 2.5 years old, only she and another dog were, I don't know if it was mental capacity, physical capacity, or what, but most of the dogs were unfortunately euthanized. So wherever she was living, it was a bit of a nightmare. It is amazing that this dog actually trusts people. And when we first brought her home, she did run away. She was gone for 2 or 3 days. We were so worried about her. She never went far. She eventually did come back. And we've had her now about 10 years. And she is the sweetest dog because we let her be. We understood that if we wanted to pet her, we had to show her our hand first. So if you tried to come and just pet the top of her head, she'd duck like this. So you just show her your hand. Okay, that's all right. And then you can pet her. So even today, if she gets startled, she will duck away. But she's she's fine about being petted. She loves being with us. She's so sensible and reliable, loyal. When she first came to us, she was scared to death. So those two animals have shown me that the pendulum can swing, and it's okay to feel those things. And if you let yourself feel them, and you let yourself trust that there is someone out there who can assist you with letting go of the things that make us mistrust, that have us knee-jerk react the way we do, all of that stuff can be let go. I have done a lot of my own personal work in my life, and I'm sure that my friends would tell you that I am not the person I was 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It's a constant evolution. And it can be done. If we want to be more in the world, it can be done. And the animals show us that every day. So, yes, yesterday was a weepy video. Today, not. Today, the pendulum has gone the other way. I feel much better. So if this is what's going on with you, let me help you. I'm going to be having a program start in, when is it going to start? June 15th. We'll be doing a webinar beforehand to tell you all about it, see if it's of any interest to you. But it will be incorporating things that I have learned from the animals over the years and things that I've learned in my own personal work to help you be the person you really want to be, to let go of the stress, to let go of the fear, to really decide who you want to be, who and what you want out of life. I think this pandemic has been a huge opportunity to reflect, to look at our lives and say, do I really want that? Because I know there are things that I don't really want to go back to, that I was just spinning my wheels. Are there places like that in your life? I would be curious to know. So for now, have a beautiful day. And you may have noticed this is not a Facebook Live. I did this one on Zoom. I'm experimenting. So I wanted to see how it worked. So let me know. Does this work better? Can you hear me better? Is it, I don't know. I mean, I'm not editing it. I'm just recording it. So, but let me know. And have a fabulous day. And we'll talk to you next time.